It's popping. I don't go live often. Damn, I messed up my screen. I don't go live often on this platform, but I need to use it more if I want to build it up. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't say people are eating crow right now. Oh shit. I probably got water all in my bag and shit. Damn. I wouldn't say people are eating crow, but they definitely cooking it up. They're definitely getting it prepared. This whole Jussie Smollett situation. I'm not a type that likes to pile on celebrities or whatever, but it just seems like the situation just it gets more ridiculous as it goes on. Who's Simply Deep? Who that? I can't tell who that is. Who's Simply Deep? But it gets more ridiculous. My voice is horrible. I apologize, man. But it gets more ridiculous as it goes on. You know, everybody knows the story. A couple months ago, late January, Jussie Smollett said that he got attacked while leaving Subway by two MAGA hat wearing supporters. I don't think he said they were white, but he implied that they were white. Then it turns out he hired two Nigerians to fake this hoax so that he can garner sympathy to help propel his career, because he just ain't popping. Somebody brought up a great point. If you look at a lot of the actors that are on Empire, a lot of them are either doing good things simultaneously or they're moving on to other great things. Like the chick that played Boo Boo Kitty, she's on that new superhero show on Fox. Terrence Howell, you know Terrence Howell always in shit. Taraji, she did a couple movies. Who else? Hakeem, he was in the New Edition series. You know what I mean? That was a three-parter. He basically did 3 movies after that. And probably other things behind the scenes. You know, Lee Daniels is always producing movies, whatever. A lot of people on that show are getting work, and from what I was gathering, Jussie wasn't getting work like that. One way to get work is to get sympathy. I mean, who the best to get sympathy from than gay people, black people, liberals? A brilliant plan on the surface, but he went a little bit too hard. He went a little bit too far, man, you know? And it's like, when they break it, the way he broke it down, it was at the beginning on the eve of Black History Month. Just the way it was broken down, it just seemed unbelievable, I'm sorry. Like, first of all, what MAGA supporters are watching Empire? Jussie's not that big of a star for some racist redneck hicks to know who he was, unless these racist redneck hicks were gay and they was interested in him, you know what I'm saying? Racist redneck hicks aren't watching Empire. Who the hell was gonna go to Subway at 2, 3 in the morning? At that time, Chicago was in an extremely deep freeze. I think in some places it's -20, -30 degrees below zero. No Uber, no cash. I don't think Postmasters, whatever the fuck, Postmates existed at the time. But the point I'm trying to, kinds of services. If you got money, that's your apartment. You know, people, you get bread. It's all kinds of services that could have delivered you food. But sometimes you're hungry, you just want to go, you just want to get it. I get that. And then they say this is MAGA country, you faggot. And then y'all scuffle, or you punched him, or he punched you, but then you punch his ass back. y'all scuffle. Then all of a sudden, they just leave. They just stop for whatever reason. Maybe because you was fighting, you was mad thugged out and shit. And you fought them off valiantly. And all of a sudden, you just got a, randomly just got a noose around your neck. And then you leave the noose on until the police see you. Like, no scratches from the noose. One little scratch. The first report was that your ribs were broken. I don't think you reported that. But then your ribs ain't broken. Second report is you didn't go to the hospital. No, somebody drove you to the hospital. But then you took yourself to the hospital. Stories keep changing. Do a concert a couple of days after that. Talk about they fought me, but I fought their ass back. I'm the gay Tupac. It seems like a fucking movie. That's why so many people spoofed it. That's why my boys, shout out to Dale Cover, out near Boston, Mass, or whatever. That's why he spoofed it and got 100,000 views in one day off that. Check out the Empire, EMPIYAH. Spoof, Dale Cover, COVER. That spells cover, but he pronounces it as cover for whatever reason. But the wild shit is not even that he made up this ridiculous story. The wild shit is that everybody was willing to believe it, or just major celebrities. When I first heard it, I didn't believe it. It didn't sound right. It's just things didn't add up. Like, the human brain has this brilliant way. If you're an objective thinker, and my bad. Oh yeah, my bad. But the fact that he made it up, that's not the craziest part to me. The fact that everybody was just so willing to believe it. Because he touched on three basically oppressed groups: blacks, gays, liberal. You can't, of course, a black gay liberal if he say something bad happened to him. He's talking about he got beat up. But so many celebrities hopped up, like Lee Daniels. You don't have a right. You don't have a right to be called faggot motherfucker. And these scumbags are going to see justice. I guarantee this. You don't have the right. And fucking mikeEpps, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, if one of you motherfuckers want to try to do some shit, come to Chicago and see me. Come and see me. I'll make sure I beat the fuck out of you motherfuckers. I'll make sure of that shit, man. This is some bullshit, man. Sarah Gilbert, I don't know, I don't remember what she said, but I'm gonna try to do her impersonation. And this is just, I sound more like Roseanne, fuck it. In these times in 2019, just sad that things like this still happen, because it can happen to any of us. No, nobody's getting nooses and bleach thrown around their neck, and it's not happening to white people. It's not happening to white folks. No, it can't happen. It's the only time in history some shit like this has happened. Historically, if you got a noose put around your neck, you're not waking up from that. You're dead. You're not going to survive and be able to tell a story about it on multiple news platforms. Barbara Walters or whoever the fuck interviewed him or whatever. That's not happening. Steve Harvey, man, I'd just like to say, I know it don't sound like Steve Harvey, but fuck it. This is whatever you need me, we got you, bruh. I'm telling you, we got you. I know some cats all over them. Steve Harvey almost got himself in trouble because he talking like he got goons on deck. Steve Harvey was talking like he got the goons, but like in a passive way. Yeah, be careful with that, Steve Harvey. Don't mind me, man. Allergies are raging. But all these celebrities, Lenny Kravitz, brother, I feel Lenny Kravitz talked like a Jehovah's Witness. Brother, I'm just, my voice is not as deep as his, I can't do it. I'm just so sorry what happened to you, and I'll be there for you. Whatever you need. Sound like he trying to get a date out this motherfucker. I know I don't sound like any of these celebrities, but I'm just being silly. The point I'm making of this video is yes, if somebody that we love or that we are close to said that something crazy happens, you gotta hear everything out first. Now, if you see somebody blatantly beat up, black eye, bloody, and it's blatant physical evidence that they've been fucked up, then of course you're gonna take that's the side of the story. And if it doesn't seem too ridiculous, like my brother came home beat up one day, right? And he was like, "Yo, I was in the mall. I was trying to steal these diamonds and shit. So we had to propel from the ceiling. And then the rope cord snapped, and the security guards came through, but they was also ninjas. You know what I mean? But I know Shotokan karate, so I held them off or whatever. You know, they punched me in the eye, and then they put me in the back of the police cruiser. But I escaped with my handcuffs, and I jumped out, and I got this scar on my shoulder, and then it was like this sewer, this manhole, and I remember the movie. What's the movie, Shawshank Redemption, and how he clawed through the shit. It was like 3 football fields long, so I crawled through the shit, and I got to the other side, and that's how the cops didn't catch me. The story gotta be believable. You can't be saying some ridiculous shit. Damn. He should have just said he got mugged trying to get high, because he said he was going out for some smoke. I got mugged getting high. That would have been a more plausible story, but it's not sensational. It's not Hollywood enough. It's not enough that you gotta get high. Nope. You gotta have a bleach bottle, some rope, and then the 2 niggas that did it, they wound up being 2 Nigerians, and they spilling all the tea. They spilling all the beans on Justin. I'm sure there's probably a lot of text messages going back and forth of the actual plan, because they claim the 3,500 was he produced a check statement that the 3,500 was it's like some mud on my window, bird shit. The 3,500 was for like a workout, a fitness / nutritional program, which is plausible. But that check, that copy of the check could have been manipulated with a bullshit ass date, like at any time. Like who the fuck knows? And they spilling all the beans. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if my boy Del Cover made this up, but they said he paid a $3,500 deposit and said you get 500 when the job, 500 more when the job is done. Like, who the fuck gives most of the money as a deposit? It's fucking hilarious. But liberals, man, I don't consider myself a liberal. I don't consider myself a conservative either, but y'all hate Trump so much. You guys, you hate conservatism so much. You hate the right so much that in order to try to hedge your bets and ensure that you win in 2020, you're gonna orchestrate some bullshit and then blame it on the side of the red. That's crazy to me, man. If you think Trump is so bad, and if you think his supporters and following are so bad, you don't gotta make up shit. You don't have to make up anything. They're gonna put their own foot in their own mouths. They're gonna do bullshit. And they're gonna be exposed for what you think that they are. But nope. You gotta create this whole weird ass, unbelievable scenario. And it's blown up in his face. All them, look, check it. All those people that were supporting him, you don't hear from them anymore. They said fucking Terrence Howard ran up on him. At first he was supporting him. When Terrence Howard started to believe that shit was bullshit, he ran up on him like, tell the truth, man. You gotta tell what's going on, boy. You're making it hard for Empire. And Empire, like, he got written out. He got written out of series or whatever. Fucking, he got written out of series. Like the last 2 episodes, he's fired. Fucking, they haven't renewed the series yet. They say it's usually renewed by like January. It hasn't been renewed for another season. There's a lot of infighting within the cast of Empire. And it's making people look bad. Like they're taking away resources from Chicago is as fucked up as it is. People get murdered every day, left and right. So why the fuck you're gonna have 12 cops searching for a phantom, essentially, All the time, them cops was looking for some orchestrated goons that didn't exist, but it was by his power. All the time they doing that, somebody getting raped, somebody getting murdered, somebody's getting hurt. Some negativity is going on, you know what I'm saying? You got all these news outlets reporting on this bullshit, having these bullshit ass interviews, all these celebrities putting their neck out on the line, and the story don't add up. And you know what? All the evidence is pointing to him doing it. Now you got 16 charges. You can get away with some bullshit like this. Him being a part of it. And the bigger side story is that he's not the main, he's not the puppet master in this situation. The scuttlebutt is that it has something to do, I think it was Kamala Harris. I think he's related to her in some way, and she was trying to pass some bill about making getting lynched illegal or some shit like that, which some type of lynching bill, even though I haven't heard of somebody being lynched since like the 60s. So it's all too it's too coincidental. Now he got all these counts, but he's still sticking to his word. He's saying this is what happened. He got away from the white MAGA narrative, and now he's going at the brothers, saying that they're the ones, this was their idea. But why would they randomly pick on him? Like, that's crazy. I don't know, man. People just always, they're quick to like believe bullshit. People are always quick to believe bullshit from liberals. People are always quick to believe bullshit from liberals, and people are always quick to condemn a conservative that goes through some bullshit. Always. Or if somebody is perceived as a villain, if you say anything against that person without even giving this motherfucker a chance in court, they believe that shit automatically. This is a unique situation because Jussie went from victim to suspect, like, within a matter of days. And I know for a fact that everybody that was supporting him thinks that he's full of shit because they ain't saying nothing no more. You don't hear nothing from blacks. Blacks is, to me, the main ones is like, well, blacks, we like to tear each other down anyway. But the shit was just so unfucking believable. Like, so blacks wasn't believing that shit from the beginning. It was just like cuckold dudes and like feminists like Sarah Gilbert and shit, and Eve. Like, but these ultra sensitive type motherfuckers. Those are the only people that was trying to entertain and believe. It supports their narrative that conservatives are bad, liberals are good. Conservatives need to rule the world. Conservatives aren't allowed to, shouldn't rule the world. Liberals should, you know? My allergies, though, this last couple of days, these shit's kicked in major. What? I already said this before. Should he get time? I don't think he should get time. I just think whatever it costs from a monetary standpoint, the resources used into entertaining this debacle, he got to pay all that back. He probably have like $1 million. He got to pay all that back. Just for wasting everybody's time. I already said this before. And just some type of that's his restitution, and maybe like some probation or some house arrest. Just that, you know, it's a serious to do bullshit like this, man. It's actually real criminals out there doing some real shit, and you're gonna like invent some fictitious criminals and do some shit against yourself. That's bullshit, man. Anyway you slice that, no ifs, ands, that's gonna be my saying. That's a cracker. It's cracker shit, man. For those that don't know Spanish, don't mind me, my energy is just mad low right now. with my congestion and everything. I had this weird ass fucking dream too and shit. I was studying up, reading up, I'm brushing up on Dante's Inferno, and just the images that I read, it just translated into a dream. It's funny because in my dream I had to piss really, really bad, and we was like underground in some type of like, I don't know, like the tomb, like the catacombs. It kind of reminded me of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom when the little Indian kids was mining and shit. It looked like that, and I really had to go pee. Now all the outhouses was dirty, and then there was a sewer like in the middle of the whole joint. I said, yo, I could just pee in there. And then one of the Indian ladies, she's like, what if everybody shit there? It would be filled in a couple of days. You can't use that either. But that was my subconscious letting me know that if you go to the bathroom, you're gonna piss in the bed. So I didn't. Like I actually woke up. So, but that dream felt real as shit though. God damn. But y'all celebrity liberals that stuck up for him without knowing all the facts, shame, 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 shame on you. Rest the judgment. Now you all look fucking stupid. And this is going to happen too. They're going to be actual victims that are going through actual real shit. When you got like the boy that cried wolf in this magnitude, moving forward, everybody that goes through some type of hate crime or some type of assault, like on a grand scale, celebrity assault or whatever, it's gonna be hard to take serious. It's gonna be real hard to take serious, man. I don't know. I know y'all not eating crow yet, but y'all definitely pull up the feathers and y'all cut the head off and y'all heating up the skillet. I'll tell you that much, man. That's all I had to say. Hashtag everybody need more green. Like, subscribe, and share. And I will try to do these more often. I'll holla at you. Peace. Man, how I end this shit.